Ladies and gentlemen, what in God's name have they done to King's Row on the PTR? Oh my god. Well, London was one of the earliest maps, and some of the tech we used to build maps and optimise for performance has evolved. Some aspects of the art and lighting were updated to bring it in line with newer maps and make it easier for updates and changes in the future. That being said, I've sent your feedback to the artists over, these concerns. So basically, that is a thread on the official forums, which, well, is speaking about this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That is the new King's Row. This is the old King's Row. So basically in this video, if you see new King's Row, it'll have PTR new on the clip. But also, you can quite clearly see it's new. This is like the Diablo 3ification of King's Row. Like from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3, if any of you guys played those, it's from like grimy, gritty to just this sort of like Wonderland colour scheme. And I am not happy about this at all, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know things will evolve and things will change, but King's Row I thought was an absolutely brilliant map. If you guys didn't like King's Row, I'm not talking about the way the map plays, although arguably it still is probably one of the best maps in the game. Just the way it looked was awesome. Like this futuristic take on like a 19th or 18th century London, like a Victorian era London. It looks awesome, like this steampunky, grimy, gritty. And then we get this when we log into the PTR and we're like, what is going on here? Now, their excuse for this is they've updated the way that they've updated some systems on the map, so the lighting system and other things like that, so it's going to be easier to update these maps in the future. But I put this question to you guys. Does that honestly really change the colour palette of the map? Is that not an artistic direction? Is that not somebody gone, oh, you know what, let's change the colour of King's Row for some reason? And to me, this is really annoying me, because I really, really liked King's Row. I mean, yeah, I'm from the UK, right? This is London, it's my capital. Its representation in game looked awesome. Look at this. This is the way it looks right now on live. It looks dark, it looks grimy, it looks gritty, it looks polluted. It's not a nice place to be, but it's the capital, and it's King's Row, man. It's King's Row, and this is what's really annoying me about the new one, because it looks like some sort of, like, somebody's fell over and knocked a load of, like, I don't know, fluorescent paint everywhere. It's like, it's crazy. Okay, it's not that extreme, but you get what I'm saying. Look at the brickwork there. Look how red it looks. Yeah, now, both of these maps look nice, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is a bad looking map. Just compared to what we've got, I don't really agree with the changes that have been made to this map. It's almost like this new King's Row, ladies and gentlemen, we must say no. Now, I want you guys to let me know what you think about this in the comments below, as ever. I don't want you to just listen to me and go, oh, Sty said this, so it must be true. No, make your own mind up. One thing which does make me kind of laugh is they've replaced the white lines with yellow lines. It's a shame they're not double yellow lines everywhere, because then that would be accurate for London, because you literally cannot park anywhere. It is crazy. But yeah, look at this. That itself, if you showed me this map right now and went, there you go, Sty, this is an Overwatch map, I'd be like, hey, cool, this looks great. It does look brighter. It looks like Oasis, doesn't it? And the newer maps, which look like really like vibrant, like Iconvolt as well, really vibrant. When you look at King's Row, the old one, it's very dark, it's very dingy, and like the principal level designer did say at this, and the quote I showed you at the start of this clip or this video, it was one of the first maps they designed, which is kind of interesting because it's, you know, like I said, it's one of the best maps. This area though, the final area where the Omnics live below, because of course if you don't understand what you're doing on this map, well, basically you're delivering an EMP to kill all the Omnics down here, which is kind of brutal because this looks like some sort of Zion city from the Matrix, which is probably what it's based on, but whatever. Yeah, you're here to kill all of that. This still looks the same. Like that section on live, I mean, this is the live version now, and we just looked at the PTR version. It looks the same. There's not really any change here. This kind of still is dark, dingy type of forge area, which I think is awesome. But like, yeah, I'm not too sure the excuse of we've updated some of the systems in the way that the maps can be updated in the PTR patch, and that means updating King's Row because it was an old map, kind of washes with the fact that they've changed the color palette of the map. That's an artistic change. That's not, oh, we've just changed this and this has happened. It's totally different. Maybe it is, right? And maybe we can give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not really happy with the new one because, like I said, taken on its own at face value, if you did not know there was an old or the current version of the King's Row map is there, it doesn't look that bad. It looks Overwatchy, right? A lot of people have said it looks wowy, sort of wowified. I like the Diablo 3 type of example because it's a more Blizzard specific example, and I think it works better because Diablo 3 is very colourful. You're supposed to be killing all the demons of hell. Yes, it's a great game. Yes, visually it looks stunning, but it's not Diablo 2, which was dark, which was like gothic and gritty. That's what we wanted, and that's what King's Row was. That's what it was, and now they've changed it to this. And is it going to make the map worse? Well, no, it's still going to be King's Row. It's still going to play okay. But look at it, like it just doesn't look like King's Row to me. I feel like I've had something taken from me. It's crazy. This is sort of similar to, like, I don't know, changing Reinhardt's height, like making him 2 foot smaller or something. It just doesn't sit well with me. It's just weird. They also haven't fixed the window on the bookshop as well. There's still a window which goes to nowhere, which is interesting. Like those yellow windows in the bottom right. Yeah, interesting. But look at this, right? It looks okay. These nice red bricks, nice textures on the wall. You know, the lighting effects, all of it. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks fine. But it just isn't King's Row. This is what's killing me. It is and it isn't. It's this, I don't know, man. Look at that. Look at this. This is the old one. Honestly, oh man, guys, I want you to, if you can give me an argument for the new design of King's Row being better than the old design, then give it me. Because I don't just want to sit here and rant about the change to the King's Row map, which is kind of what I'm doing, right? But I don't just want to sit here and do that. I was going to try and play devil's advocate with myself, but I can't. Like, the only way I can sort of do that is say, oh, well, it looks okay as a map in its own right. The new one does. But compared to this, like, damp, dark, I keep saying gritty because it is gritty, like, polluted, industrial map, this is King's Row. Look at this. This is King's Row. And I'd hate it if this goes. If this goes, I'm going to cry because I don't want this to go. This is such a beautiful map. Look at it. Just look at it. Also, I don't know why that book's floating. That's kind of funny. But there you go. It's also floating on the new one as well. Weird. But yeah, it's going to make me sad, guys, if this disappears. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at the way this map works. Yeah, right, maybe all these colours are the same. We don't want the futuristic Houses of Parliament to look that colour, so we're going to paint them gold. That's basically what they've done. Look at this, look at it. Like, I'm sorry, but saying there's a floating book again. Saying that it's just a case of you've updated the new systems, or you've updated the map to accommodate new systems for updates in the future, has done this to the map, is a lie. Like, it has to be a lie. Look, it is radically changed in terms of colour. It's not bad though. Like, the thing is, it's not bad, but compared to what we've got, King's Row was this beacon in Overwatch, right, of this. I mean, there is no other map like King's Row, this dark map, this gritty map, nothing like that. Everything else is crazy and vibrant. It's like, woo, super colours. In fact, you couldn't even say Gibraltar is like that, because Gibraltar's nice and vibrant and all that. Vibrant a bit too much because the sun blinds you when you're defending the first point, but whatever. This was a nice map. Now, yeah, it's still a nice map, but it's very vibrant. What I'm going to say is, I think, possibly, the reason for all of this is they're bringing, like they said, they're bringing it in line with the other maps. So maybe they felt like it stood out. Maybe they received feedback from somewhere that said King's Row is too dark. It's too dismal. We don't want this. We want a more vibrant King's Row. Overwatch is a fun, happy game about repeatedly killing each other in teams of 6. But it's a fun, happy game, so everything must look uniform. But it did. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, you could say it didn't because King's Row was dark. All the other maps are crazy, bright and vibrant. Maybe this new King's Row actually will be easier for you to find targets in because it's so bright, it's so light. There's a lot of, like, well, light everywhere, so maybe people will stand out more, and those yellow lines, that's probably the best change. But I just don't understand why they didn't just come out and say, look, we're changing the design of King's Row because we want it to be brighter like the other maps. If they said that, it's like, whatever. I'd still be making this video saying, no, it is a major mistake, because I think it is. And if this changes, then it means that they are, it's not that they don't care, it's just that they are, I don't know, it's a very hard argument to form, this is, because I like the old King's Row. Everybody likes the old King's Row. Okay, that's a sweeping statement I've just made. But I pretty much doubt a lot of you guys in the comments below are going, oh no, the old King's Row is the worst thing ever. You know, I can't possibly, like, play that. It's terrible. The new one looks way better. This new King's Row is very colourful. The old King's Row was not. It's a juxtaposition, I believe is the phrase. It's gone from one end to the other. It's completely swiveled around. It's gone from this very dingy place to this very bright and welcoming, well, it's not really welcoming, it's still got this massive industrial complex in the back, but it's brighter, it's more WoWy. It's more, and when I say WoWy, I mean World of Warcrafty, like with bright colours. It's more sort of in line with the other Overwatch maps, and I think that's why they've done it. The art directors have obviously decided we want to bring everything together. We don't want this dark King's Row anymore. I feel really sad, because this is probably one of those moments where in a few years' time, we're all going to sit down and we're all going to remember the way King's Row used to look. And we're going to look at King's Row now, and we probably won't care. Let's be honest. If this changes go through, it's not going to make that much of an issue. People are still going to play Overwatch. They're still going to play King's Row. King's Row is still going to be the map that it is and all of that stuff. But there will be people like me and all you guys watching this video who will remember the old King's Row. And I don't know whether I stated the case for it too great in this video, apart from the fact that I just kept saying that I like the old King's Row, but it did have a special place. I mean, this still looks okay, but the old King's Row, the current King's Row, is the only really sort of dark map, and that you can see what the original art direction was for the map. It was dingy London, it was futuristic, like it was industrial, it was dirty, it was grimy, it was filthy. You know, this is everything London used to be. This is what London was. It was a filthy city. It was the heart of an empire. It was disgusting, like, and that's what it represented. Yeah, it was modern. Yeah, it was sort of clean, and it was great. And as my nation's capital's representation in this game, it was awesome. Now it's not so awesome, and I really want this to be the way the map always looks. Ladies and gentlemen, I've rambled for too much here about this map, but King's Row probably is my favourite map in the game. It's up there with, I don't know, you know, I quite like Nepal as well. Nepal, King's Row, maybe Lijiang as well. I quite like King of the Hill. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. This is the new version, I guess, of King's Row on the PTR. You can try it out if you download the PTR now. All you need to do is change your region in the launcher to PTR, download it, and check it out. It is very vibrant. Guys, I'm Stylosa. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.